Hello, it's your favorite channel, Skeleton Bones Ghoulie. Today will be my 7th part coverage of the super secret cryptid Iceberg. And if you haven't watched one of the thousands of Iceberg videos on the web, here's a brief rundown. An iceberg is a piece of freshwater ice more than 15 meters long that is broken off at a glacier or an ice shelf and is floating freely in open water. And the further it goes down, the more spooky and evil it gets, so you have been warned. The Bum Squatch. These rare and treacherous primates are known scavengers, collecting loose bottles and other garbage to survive. They are known for their terrible body odor, warning of their fateful arrival. These creatures are known to congregate under bridges and often move in packs. To stay warm, these ape huddle around a barrel of fire. There's also been an absorbed hierarchy to Bum Squatch society, with a rule of a Bum Squatch queen, the most advanced of all Bum Squatch kind. They've been spotted all across the Americas, most prominently in Hollywood, California. The Fart Yodi. This cute critter has been rumored to scamper around the tall grasses of Idaho. Its appearance, while varying in different cultures, the most traditional incarnation of the Fart Yodi is that of a spry coyote with tinted red fur, with its head grafted to its chest, missing its hind legs. While it may be hard to spot the majestic creature in the tall grass, according to woodsmen and lumberjacks, you can tell if one is near if your nostrils are under attack from a lingering stench of doo-doo feces. Liquid Larson. This legendary beast is the epitome of pride, known to congregate within dark spaces and cackle and garble other nonsense. According to the native tribes who discovered this creature, the beast believes itself to be a reincarnation of some sort of demigod. Lesser known is the Liquid Larson cult built around this creature, whom dangle shiny objects around it to create a fake sense of spectacle. Goblins. These green fucking bastards are known troublemakers, and are real. I have seen them. Little creatures scurrying around the floor, oh my, always in pursuit of golden jewels. I have various footage of these little green goobers. Look at these little assholes go, confirming them as 100% fact. To protect yourself and your family against goblin hordes, just watch out and put up various gold traps. Archangel Michael. This powerful warrior of rumored nationality haunts the land of Britain. Just being British should be scary enough, but in legend, if you come close to this creature, you will hear it bellow out words of old. The most recorded sentences are, Dwight, you need to get to work, and yo mama. Out of the easily understandable fear scale which I'm introducing to this iceberg, I'm giving this 12 rotten teeth out of 17. The Peld Nut. This is one of the most dangerous and unstable cryptids I have covered thus far, right up there with John Killbastard. This towering figure is able to distort and meld time and space around it. Thankfully, this creature has been contained within a tiny fence by the US government. This one Peld Nut is where approximately 85% of our tax dollars go to, and I fully support that. Unfortunately, the few have come into contact with this creature, such as Officer Bobby Doody and his wife Dee Dee Doody, were found dead shortly after, their death being ruled as a tier 1 case of game ending themselves in Minecraft. Much like how I would game end myself if not for the sponsor of this video, Squatchables, a snack company started by YouTube celebrity Joseph Stalin Jr. Squatchables include 5% of your daily fiber, and 16% of your recommended amount of lead poisoning. Psychobambaspis. This scary fish is rumored to stalk the depths of the super evil river. Many sailors tell tale of a quote, extremely evil fucking fish. First recorded Psychobambaspis sighting was in 1978 from awarded Captain Long John Silver, who was sailing late in a storm, only for a dark blob to hover just below the ship. In papers, he was quoted as saying,
"Oi, that fish was a mean fucking guy. I did not care for him at all."
In a later interview, he said,
"That shit was like Dredge. You ever played Dredge? That game is pretty badass."
Ribcage Randy. Ribcage Randy's real. I saw him. There's a picture of him. See? He's real. Gnomes. Much like the goblins, which I spoke about earlier on Debunked, these critters are tiny bastards. The gnomes do not have the same rambunctious energy as the goblin, preferring to stay perfectly still. But us red-pilled truth seekers know these guys are frolicking when no one else is around. To investigate this very theory, I once watched my neighbor's yard for 72 hours straight to see those little devils come to life. But they must have used their fairy dust, because my wife had a goddamn meltdown and told me if I kept up my very important research, she'll take my son and stay at her parents' house again. But the joke's on her, they're real, as I have proof. Behold, this footage of a live gnome sighting. Five ants. Some groups throughout history, such as the Mayans and the Romans, have claimed to see 5 ants. And of course this is fucking fake, are you stupid? 5 ants is literally physically and metaphysically impossible. I can't believe you would even start to swallow this drivel, you dim-witted mouth breather. 4 ants on the other hand is absolutely real, possibly an orange. This cryptid may seem like your everyday citrus, but it holds a deep dark secret. Perception of this creature changes from person to person. While some see a healthy snack, some have burned into their retinas the face of absolute evil and malice, simply masking as an orange to do its evil in secret. Since they have warned people not to show this image to anyone ever, I'm going to put a black censor box over this now. Personally though, I see a funny gaming channel. The Fatty Dolittle Conspiracy. This is actually not a cryptid, it has nothing to do with a cryptid, but it is also a huge waste of time. So as this conspiracy suggests, the character Dr. Dolittle of the famous Dolittle film franchise is actually the same character of the awarded film Norbit, the touching story revolving around the relationship of Norbit and some fat bitch. The proof behind this theory being is that both characters are played by superstar actor and singer Murky. Todd, why is this on the iceberg? I don't have to fucking cover this, do I? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What the fuck does that mean? Long face Horace horse collar. Why the long face? The goober fish. The myth of the goober fish circulated in Wexford, where a group of citizens said that while they were throwing rocks into the chocolate river, they saw the head of a huge reptilian creature surface from the slurry. Though this should be taken with a grain of salt, as these were Irish citizens, meaning they were 100% sloshed to their absolute gourds. Scientists theorize that this creature is a dinosaur that was too dumb to die, and now stays in the mud like a little piggy. Now personally, I hate this stupid goddamn gooberfish. It's obviously a copy of the Slovakian local legend of the flopper goof. Thus I have no other option but to put it in F tier, sorry. Cactus Pete. This cryptid was first discovered on Google Maps. Going onto the street maps of Gobi's desert, if you look at this exact road, spin around 5 times, then rub your tummy and pat your head, then look towards the horizon, you will catch a glimpse of Cactus Pete. Interestingly enough, while researching this, I found another cryptid on Google Maps. This creature is known as David. He was first spotted when he left an evil fucking comment on my awesome video on how the Korean War actually fits into the spooky fish analog horror series. Go ahead and track this cryptid down for yourself. Warart Turg. Sigh. I'm sorry everybody, but as hard as I tried, I could not find a single undeniable clue of Warart Turg existing on the web. I know he's your favorite, I've seen all the fan art, and the video would have probably gotten a bazillion views by now, but alas, I just cannot find anything about Warart Turg on the web. You know, I pride myself on making videos for you guys. The goal of my content is always to entertain, never to hurt, so I hope you can all forgive me. Oh wait, there he is. The fear-inducing cock-eating spider. This ain't a cryptid, it's just a normal bug from Australia. Look it up. My Stepdad Adam. This cryptid is perhaps the scariest one of them all, known for his Norwood 5 crown and clunker piece of shit Toyota Tacoma, which is not as badass as he thinks it is. This creature has the power to brainwash any adult mind, including my mom, who he made a total bitch, saying that I should leave the house and get a real job. Moreover, his indomitable and dickish rage makes him quite the foe, especially when he yelled at me for downloading explicit Siren Head images onto his work computer, even though I told him it was for research. So if you ever have the displeasure of coming into contact with this creature, simply say fuck you, Adam. Isan Bu Worm digging miracle. I don't even need to explain this one. This is common knowledge. Everyone knows exactly what this is, so there's no need to go into details about it. A really big dog. This is the really big dog, and it's a goddamn menace to society. Look how big that thing is. Surely something that big cannot be moral or good or righteous or receive any of God's light. Send in the detectives, send in the military, send everyone in your power to destroy this thing. Dr. Misfortune's massive ionizing beam of radiation. Now everyone knows Dr. Misfortune. Everyone has seen the 60-part documentary on YouTube. But what you might not know is that during the famous Blue Monkey arc, Dr. Misfortune, in complete secrecy, constructed an enormous ionizing beam somewhere in Michigan. This beam could produce a concentrated level of radiation akin to that of the elephant's foot. This resulted in an injury count in the thousands and a death count estimated in the hundreds, but after all, this is but a footnote in the Dr. Misfortune story. Solar plexus clown glider. Warning, this cryptid is especially super scary. So if you have any heart conditions, or mental illnesses, or even minor injuries, I suggest turning off the video now. This is the deepest the iceberg gets.
Hey, Awestralias here, speaking to you from your 3rd chakra. It smells like burning in here. Speaking of the 3rd chakra, it's also the topic that I've been lawfully enlisted to talk about by my good friend John. The third chakra, also known as the solar plexus chakra, exists just below your chests and represents fire, healing, courage, and clowns. Clown gliders, gliding solar plexus clowns, solar plexus clown gliders, this is what I'm talking about, it's the polar sexus brown gliders. Fuck. The solar plexus clown glider has no determinable origins and has been speculated to have existed before God. Its one only purpose of being is to only bring misery, pain, and other awful, terrible, no good, very bad things to all who become infected by it. There are two ways for the clown to infect you. One is just by hearing the word solar plexus clown glider, so you're already kind of just fucked. The second way is by seeing this image, of which if you even remotely think is scarier than the funny guy yelling, then I'm sorry to say that 1, you are probably infected, and 2, I'm laughing and dancing on your grave because the solar plexus clown glider can only infect those with a weak will. Upon being infected, but before dying, this is very important, you'll begin experiencing symptoms akin to that of meth withdrawal, which is very funny to me, because all I can imagine is a bunch of very small clowns gliding around you as you just go completely clinically insane. David Lynch thinks they're real. That bout covers everything a $20 bill could buy. Yours truly, never ending, never changing, Awestralias.
Well, that just happened. Well, I would cover the rest of the iceberg, but unfortunately some knucklehead put up a smokestack, and all that's left is words floating around an open ocean. I guess we all learned a little something today about the effects of global warming, folks?
They call